Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini motorways. Let's go to Munich for today's daily challenge. We will begin with a motorway, and then that's it. We just get road. We just get road, and also, oh, by the way, it's Munich, so you got to burn the bridge, like, right away. Like, immediately. It's all you get. We've got a motorway. We've got a bridge left, and that's it. So, our dear sweet guiding principle of one business in one road is not going to be happening today, friends. It is absolutely not going to be happening today. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll get through it. It'll be A-okay. Do you know what is a good game? Dungeons and Dragons is a good I was about to say video game. It can be a good video game. It was a good video game. It's called Baldur's Gate 3. But Dungeons and Dragons is a good game. And listen, I understand. There are games in the tabletop space that are not D&D. There are companies in the tabletop space that are less evil and stupid and myopic and greedy and capitalistic and shitbag-tasticles. Never mind. There are games other than D&D. This is not to say that all tabletop role-playing is D&D, and really, when you think about it, the things I'm going to tell you about are much more about getting together and doing tabletop role-playing with your friends, rather than specifically the media property Dungeons & Dragons owned by the large conglomerate ultimately known as Hasbro. Unless some bigger conglomerate owns Hasbro, which is entirely possible. Listen, like 6 companies own all the food in all the stores. It's entirely possible that even though 85 million kajillion things are ultimately owned by Hasbro, Hasbro itself is ultimately owned by someone else. Matter of fact, we could just Google this. Who owns Hasbro? Wonderful question. Apparently nobody. Apparently Hasbro is the top of that particular umbrella. Yay. Anyway. I've got another light blue here. I could finagle a way for it to get onto this already overly complicated road. We could do that. We're not going to. So I've recently started playing D&D with some friends. And last night, we're running through, I think the module is just called Dragon Heist, because that's what the group name is, but we're just slowly making our way through the plot and taking plenty of time to not necessarily get distracted or nothing, but definitely, crack wise and have fun and make jokes. And it's so much fun. It's a good time. I have missed playing D&D so fucking much. We've got another light blue business over here, and I could... Oh, God. Man. Like, I could draw a single road that just goes there and use our last and final bridge forever. It seems silly. We could restructure things and start, separating... Actually, separating doesn't sound like a horrible idea. If we say oranges and light blues go up, and then another orange and white goes down, and we just have both of our bridges, we could do that. Could also just put an unsanctioned traffic light here. We can just not have that intersection go anywhere. That might be fine here. Let's do this. This will be terrible. So this wouldn't even be a good traffic light, honestly. This would be a bad traffic light, but no traffic light. Yeah, it's what they say about D&D, just applied to traffic lights. No traffic light is better than bad traffic light. So you come over here, go down that way. These 2 purples will swoop over this way, service this business. We do indeed, at least for the moment, have an instance of one business in one road, which is lovely. We're just going to staple these oranges onto this nightmare. Get them going across here. We'll also toss this orange house into the dilemma. If it's going to be bad, it might as well be real bad, I guess, is the guiding principle of today's plan. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, that light blue's just gone circular, so we're doomed. We are so doomed. You know, I could, actually, I do have a motorway. I kind of want to just pull all of the light blues in the world off of this and have them go do their own thing. I think I should save the motorway. I think I should be more, you know, I think we should just save the motorway for better things than that. These two white houses will swing up here, service this white business. That'll be fine. Would have been real nice for the game to give me like one roundabout. I could really do with one roundabout right here with like a spur going there and a spur going here and a spur looping around to there and maybe a fourth spur double looping around to here. But no. We just get road and bridges and one very I was trying to say special and precious, and it came out as special, which, nope. Nope, special's not a word, Goog. I had to take a drink of my soda, so I muted at the exact same time that the song ended. So there was just no sound whatsoever for 10 seconds or so. Unfortunate. Oh, God. All right. These pinks here, it would be ridiculous to get them down onto this road and loop them over this way. So we are, in fact, going to use our second bridge. You'll go just like that. These go off here. And now we have, oh, hi. Interesting. I'll point you down there. Grab you, send you here. You can go down that way. The two of you service that. All right. This right here, I very much want this to be either light blue or a brand new color. Like, there's nothing else good that... Well, actually, this White House is not doing anything. So if this business wanted to be white, that would be fine. I would be okay with this business being white. Beyond that, though, we don't have any good answers for anything. Also, if this friend wanted to go circular, totally fine. You know what we could do? We could, and perhaps should. I do have the road for this. We can just make this and this behave separately. There you go. Yeah. We don't necessarily need to have the pink and white running together. We can just hook this around here, do a little 1B1 R-ski. Oh, hi. Awful. Awful waffle. Alright. You come up here. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is this and also this. And now these purples and this purple, yeah, these purples and these pinks are all working together, which is unfortunate, but hey. All right, light blues are starting to fall apart, which wholly and completely predictable. Let's do, I have an idea for something that'll help. If we peel this orange off of here, can run, can basically get this blue house off of this road network. And by doing that, we eliminate this road, which will speed up all of the traffic coming through here because it won't have to deal with these blue houses. That in turn will be nicer, kinder, and better to everything along this road and might just allow the traffic flow here to service this business better than it previously had been. That's a nice dream. Let's embrace that dream for as long as we possibly can. When that falls apart, we'll have to do something else, but that's a problem for future us. present us. We'll draw a little spur road going off here to service this business. See how that works out. You know... Alright, this took a long time to get itself decluster-fucked. I think, actually... Yep, it's time for the motorway. Okay. It's time for the motorway. We're just going to do it. We're going to have this right here. It would be a perfectly cromulent traffic light. It will, however, not be a traffic light. So, that's unfortunate. We're going to pull all of this blue off of here. Run this like so. Boop and boop. All of these blues kind of congregate in a thisly manner. And we draw motorway number 1 right into the guts of this blue business. If this business doesn't immediately die, and it looks like it's not going to immediately die, this is going to be fine. This blue circle is now A-OK. Hundo P not going to be a problem. You jump over here. What else I will do just for further complication is I'll get a couple of oranges down here to serve this nonsense. That'll be fun. And then from here, because we do need to service this business at some point, we'll draw a branching spur off over here to put yet more stress on all of these pinks. Because, hey, we've got them. Might as well smoke them, right? You come over here, grab this and this and this, and we'll just staple swing you in like so. This is a bit of a nightmarish intersection, but it does have 4 more pink houses involved, which is good because this massive clump of pinks is currently servicing 3 businesses, which isn't great, but you know, it's servicing 3 businesses, and it's also dealing with the nightmare fuckery that is this purple rather. Also, oh hey, this guy went circular. I don't know when that happened, but that's real bad. That's like so fucking bad, actually, that this business went circular. I really don't like that. Okay. So here's the plan. In order to save and stop that, we're gonna run these blues up here. They're gonna intercept right here. This would be a PCTL, but you know, no traffic lights. They're gonna come up here. They're gonna swing through here. They're gonna get into this totally safe, not at all confusing as fuck neighborhood. And then we're just gonna extend that road out that way. So these 2 blues can now get over here. And that, all by itself, is probably not actually gonna solve anything. So what if we also do this? If we also do this, that gets another blue house here. Hey, you remember when I said I wanted this business to be white? Well, racism wins! Oh, no. Oh, I probably shouldn't make that the title of the episode. On the other hand, it's very funny. Okay. Here's another orange for this. Here's purple that we don't actually need involved in nothing. Here's another white for this, because this circle's being bad. We'll take a couple of road tiles. This has decided it wants to be orange, which, okay, fine. Don't necessarily hate that. Oh, this is dead. Yeah. Yeah, okay. The half-baked cockamamie pseudo measures that we put in place to serve that business didn't actually solve anything, did they? Okay. Well, fair. 816 commuters over 63 days. It sure is a number. Not necessarily a good one. It's top 30% in the world, but, you know, our friend Samurai Sam is very good at this game. So, yeah. All right. Bring to me the window. Ow. The window of Furfix. No, wait, not the Firefox window. The Wordle ones. There we go. There's my Wordle box. All right. What is our Wordle? The Wordle today is mango. It is not mango. The Wordle today is other. It's a nice simple no. All right. Well, listen, we're getting some words out, some letters in place rather. We'll figure something out. The wordle today is toil, but like with an I and an E. So I'm sorry. Hold everything. An early version of a finished garment made up in cheap material so that the design can be tested and perfected. I see. Okay. Don't you love discovering words? So the good news is we've got now 4 yellows. The bad news is, well, okay. How? So, no, it's not Melto. It's not Melto the Magnificent. Not a word. Also, the O is not the last letter. So, oh no. Oh, I hate these where it's basically just anagram training. Oh no. Okay. It's not lemon, because there's no M and no N, and the word lemon does not contain a T. It's not stole, for a great many reasons. Like 3 of the letters in stole we already know are yellow. It's not zealot, because that's a 6-letter word. It's not pilot. This isn't even one where you want to put in 5 letters you haven't used before, because we've got almost all of the letters. There's 1 letter not in this word that we haven't used yet. There's 1 letter in this word that we haven't used yet, rather. So there would be no point in doing, wound or something like that to use a bunch of letters. Shit. It's not like Saleh or valet or something like that. No. It's not violet, because that is a 6-letter word that contains an I. It's not lotto, because that has 2 O's that are both, no. I keep coming back to, in my head, something that ends like ELOT, but I can't think of a 5-letter word that actually does that. So it's kind of a problem. I don't think there's anything that ends ETOL. So, given that information, it probably starts with L. And then one of the next 2 letters has to be E. So if it's L-E, it's not lemon, obviously. There's no M, there's no N. But I don't think there's... Latop is not a word. Latol is not a word. No. None of these are words. What is the French foot fetishist into les dos? No? Okay, fine. Whose actions on the set of Justice League were a great part in creating a huge amount of backstage drama? Leto's. No? All right. What was missing on the shipment of gift tags sent to Paris that only included the froms? Les tous. I'll stop now. No fucking clue. What in the fuck is this word? Probably doesn't help at this point that Nora is absolutely freaking out, chasing a little yellow poofy fuzzball all across the living room. So I can't even, lock in. I don't think that would help at this point. It's not lasso for a great many reasons. It's not Le Fou from Beauty and the Beast. Also, again, for good reason. No, I'm not even putting stole. That's wrong. The only information I'd gain from stole is the likelihood that O is the third letter and the guess as to maybe there's an S in the word. It's not going to end L-E-T because we know that E isn't the fourth letter. It's not guilt. It's not... not elder. God. Okay, Goog, come on. Hi. No, what? Oh. Okay, she brought one of the foofy balls. Hello. Hi. Yep. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. Hi. I have it with my foot. And now it's in my hand. Nora. Hey. You have to notice me. You have to see me throw it or else you won't chase it. All right. It's filet, actually. It's a terrible guess. It's bidet, actually. This doesn't fit. I feel like I'm playing Is This Seat Taken again? Like, how did I not get any of those in the right position? So the E is one of the first two letters. The T is 3 or 4. The L is 1, 3, or 5. The O is also 3 or 4. So it could be like... That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't give any further perspective. Yeah, I don't know what you're meowing at, cat. You didn't bring back the ball, so... We already tried this with 2 different punchlines, and it was not a word. It could be... No, it can't be EL. We just eliminated that. It could be... Estel. That's not a word. It's not... No. That doesn't have basically any of the letters that we know are in this word. What in the fuck is this word? Word has really got me now. I'm just staring at this like, what in the... I'm dumbfounded. I am flabbergasted. If this turns out to be a bullshit nonsense word that shouldn't have been a Wordle word to begin with, I might quit the game. This is... On the other hand, if it turns out to be a word that I use every day that is just a basic common sense English fucking language word. Okay. Well. It could be settee. Please ignore that that is a 6-letter word that does not contain an L or an O. It could be settee. No? All right, fine. It could be Bettle. It could be petrol. Quick tangent. YouTube Shorts has shown me an awful lot of Top Gear. I don't remember why I know that Jeremy Clarkson is a shitbag, but I do. Wonderfully enjoyable in tiny snippets on Top Gear. He's the exact kind of old white British dude that if you see in his perfect area, he's tremendously enjoyable to watch, and you just know in the back of your mind, oh, this man is insufferable in any other context. It's the impression I get of Jeremy Clarkson on Top Gear and also the Grand Tour. Apparently there was drama and Clarkson got fired by the BBC, and well... would you believe it? The people in the comments that I saw on the video where I saw that were not terribly impressed with the BBC's decision and did not mention why that happened. And I didn't want to look it up because, again, you just know. Like, there might be like a 10% chance that they were just cutting costs and being stupid, but he probably did something stupid and got himself fired. That's probably what happened. If you know why Jeremy Clarkson got himself fired by the BBC, and therefore the end of Top Gear was just the two guys who aren't Jeremy Clarkson, whose names are Richard Hammond and James May? That sounds right. If you know why the last shot of the original Top Gear was just Hammond and May in a studio awkwardly saying goodbye because Clarkson had apparently gotten himself fired, by all means, do put it in the comments because, listen, number go up, make brain feel better. Also, if you know what this fucking wordle is, put it in the comments because, oh my God! It could be... I got nothing. It could be lech. Please ignore the fact that lech does not contain an O. Here. Can I at least get the L, E, and T in the right place? Okay. All right. Have I process of eliminationed it? All right. E has to be the first letter. The E has to be the first letter. And we know that neither L nor O is the second. Oh my God, this is another instance where I put an X as a placeholder and it's the actual fucking letter. As soon as I put that EXT, I was like, oh no, it's extol. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. All right. It's a good word. It's a good word. For today's time guesser, we are at a place with a dude. Decimac. No, that's not French. You can get a 13-inch MacBook Air for 188 lei lunas, or that might be like battery hours or something. I don't think a lei luna is a money. Okay. This is the Raiffeisen Bank, which has excellent exchange, or that might be a pawn shop next door to the bank. I think that's a pawn shop next door to the bank. We're also at... okay, for a second I thought we were advertising a cereal here. This was just German O's. No, these are Germans. Okay, fine. Lord. Okay. Eleanor, what do you want? That's fine. You can be here. You're cute and furry. Those are the qualities that make you a cat, in addition to the meowing and general villainity. All right. Where are we? Wonderful question. Somewhere Scandinavia, based on the that of it all. This is Sheriff Louis' coffee department. Well, that's not helpful. I was expecting like an actual cop shop. Okay. All right. So that you're giving something away for free. That's nice. We're not in. Are we in Switzerland? We could be in Switzerland. If I knew what language this was, that would help so much. Yeah, this feels more Scandinavia than France. So we are in. Also, despite the black and whitiness of this all, this is a fairly modern picture, given the cars. Yeah, these are like, you could basically see those cars today. I don't think this is today. I think this is like maybe 2010. Yeah, 2010 at the most recent, I think. Yeah, okay, we're somewhere in Scandinavia in 2010. Here, let me toss a dart at Copenhagen, just in case I'm wrong about that. No, we'll go for it. We're in Stockholm, actually. in 2008. We were, in fact, in Bucharest. Okay. In 2017. Sure. This is, we have an exact street address. We're at 95 Bangla Sahib Marg in New Delhi. Cool. I don't know where that is, but we can stick a pin in New Delhi and be very close to it. Now the question becomes, when are we? And that's a good and important question. We got an awful lot of people. Oh, no. Oh, we got an awful lot of people covering there. Oh, no. Oh, be anyone other than this thing. Oh, you're probably... Oh. I mean, the photo does look a little bit older than 2020, and the fashions do look a little bit older than 2020. Maybe? This doesn't necessarily have to be 2020, but I kind of do think this is 2020. Okay. All right. Let's go to New Delhi. We'll stick a pin in some residential neighborhood, like, say, that one. And we'll swing this needle all the way over to here. And it's venti. Oh, it's 1994. Okay. Oh, there were bubonic and pneumonic plague outbreaks. Well, that's bad. That's not good. So, what do we have? Oh, now fair. Putting multiple things in bobbers here. I was like, ooh, we're in Meadville, Pennsylvania. But no, we're in Meadville, PA, or New York, or... Oh, we should probably actually examine the photograph then. Uncle Sam, John Bull, fast friends on account of the American soldiers marching through Large Benjamin here. Well, not through, but adjacent to. And this is a whole stereoscope deal, which means we're looking at the early 19aughts or 19 teens or something. Given the general World War I-liness of this all, it's probably the latter. All right. So first of all, we got to find us a Large Benjamin. And that is somewhere around here, right? There's Trafalgar Square and the Marble Arch and Elizabeth Tower, which, as I recall, is basically just Large Benjamin. All right, cool. So you are over here. And we're in the shadow of you. So we're like, yeah, we're marching alongside right about, say, there. Yeah, I think we're right about, say, there. And this will be 19-6, by which I mean 1914. Sounds about right. Was, in fact, 1918. But I was a scant 11 meters away from the location. So we take those. Next, we got us a television store. Interesting. You can get one for 212 penstar, or perhaps that's a section or something. I don't know. Is that a band? Is everybody playing the hot new 212 penstar record? Probably not. We're probably in some other country. Which other country? Wonderful question. No fucking clue. This is Sorry, what Central European country can I make fun of the most today? This is Georgia, the country, not the state, in 2004. No? All right, fine. Given the whole... this does seem Eastern European, that language at least. Oh, some hot chick did a cover of the Fur Elise. Okay, good for you. We also have Bach's piano concertos and Sigmund Freud looking motherfucker. Albert Einstein, interesting. Steve from Stranger Things is here examining a record. Nice to get work, Steve, I guess. We have Danko Notak. If I knew who Danko Notak was, that would probably be a massive giveaway. It is, in fact, not. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, which Central European country can I make fun of the most is a long title, but It is the title of the episode, at least so far. We are in Earth. You'll tell me that this costs 2,750 somethings, but you won't tell me what the somethings are. So, rude. Maybe they're Penstar. We are in Belarus. Yep. We are in Minsk, Belarus in 1979. Obviously. This was Budapest in 1980. All right, fine. Hi there, dudes on a movie set. And by movie set, I mean baseball stadium. This isn't Brian Dennehy, is it? It looks like him. I don't think these are the actual St. Louis Cardinals. I think these are actors dressed up as the St. Louis Cardinals. They could be the actual St. Louis Cardinals. I could be wrong about stuff. More specifically, they do appear to be actually at Busch Stadium. Given, like, you've got that could have been tacked on. This could be some minor league park, but we're going to assume that they're at, this isn't actually Busch Stadium. This is where the Cardinals would have played before that. I don't know where that was, but it was presumably around Busch. Oh, Sam. Oh, you crushed it. All right. We're just going to go to Busch Stadium and toss a pin there. And assume that whatever was done with the old place, it was basically in the same place. That's what we're going to do. Hi there, are you Busch Stadium? I think you are. Great. Yeah, we'll just toss a pin there. And as to the when of this, feeling early 80s based on the vibe and the prominent cigarette advertisements and... Yeah, 80s feels pretty good. Yeah, we'll say this is 1982. I have no idea if that's actually correct, but yeah, it feels generally directionally accurate. It was indeed. Oh, these are actual baseballers. Hey, how about that? I'm sorry I said you look like Brian Dennehy, Whitey Herzog. Oh, God. All right. Final score and time guess are 36-85. Ignore all of those long dashed lines. We did okay. For today's Immaculate Grid, we need Mariners, Pirates, Cubs, Nationals, dudes what played first base, and dudes what amassed 40 or more wins in their career. A Seattle Mariner who played first base is Richie Sexson. A Pittsburgh Pirate who played first base is Pedro Alvarez. Dude who played first base and amassed 40 or more wins above replacement in his career is not Mookie Betts. He has not played first base yet. He may well at some point, but that has not transpired at this moment. Fuck it, take the layup. It's David Ortiz. David Ortiz is a dude who played first base and got 40 wins above replacement in his career. A Washington National who also played for the Seattle Mariners is Milton Bradley. Was Milton Bradley a National? I don't think he was. I think I'm making that up. I think that's factually incorrect. Was Jamie Moyer an Expo? I don't think so. It's possible. Jamie Moyer was a Cub. That I feel a little bit more certain of. There we go. 44% of the people who got that square said Jamie Moyer. Wow. This is what happens when you play Immaculate Grid at 7:44 in the morning. The game is for the sickos at this time of day. It is targeted at sickos, and then the sickest of the sick are up at 7:44 in the morning saying that Jamie Moyer is the most famous player to ever play for the Mariners and Cubs. I don't believe that, but there you have it. All right. A dude who played for the Chicago Cubs and amassed 40 or more wins above replacement in his career is John Lester. Let's think about that. Hold on here. Well, I think John Lester fits. 40 is a lot, though. 40 wins above replacement over a 15-year career is like 2.5 WAR a season. And listen, at his best, John Lester was like a 5 or 6 win pitcher. We're clicking this button. Hey, I was right. John Lester, 40 WAR, played for the Cubs. John Lester, low-key outside Hall of Fame case. Not actually Hall of Fame pitcher, but he had himself a damn fine career. A Washington National who amassed 40 or more wins above replacement in his career is Bang Pedro Martinez, because after all, the Nationals took the Expos history with them. Well, you see, Sam, John Lester thought that he was at least as good as Homer Bailey and wanted the Red Sox to give him at least as much money as the Reds gave Homer Bailey. And the Red Sox weren't going to do that. They weren't made of money or nothing. So rather than pay John Lester what the Reds paid Homer Bailey plus $1, they traded him for Yoenis Cespedes and other stuff. I don't even remember. They had Yoenis Cespedes for like an hour and a half, and they did fucking nothing in whatever season it was they traded John Lester. And then he wound up on the Cubs and won the fucking World Series. Now, granted, the Red Sox also eventually won the fucking World Series, but they could have won the World Series with John Lester, and that would have been better. But hey. Anyway. Now we are in the unfortunate position of having to name some Pittsburgh Pirates or some Washington Nationals or a Pittsburgh Pirate who played for the Washington Nationals. And oh boy. Oh, buddy.
Hear ye. Let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Oh, buddy. Okay. So, Elijah Dukes was a National, but I only know that he also played for the Rays. Niger Morgan was a National. I don't think he played for anyone else, ever. Mike Cameron was a Mariner, but I'm not certain that he was a National. Bartolo Colon was a National, but neither a Pirate nor a Mariner. Danny Darwin was a Pirate. Was Danny Darwin a Cub? Did Danny Darwin play for the Cubs? I don't think so. But was Danny Darwin... No, Frank Viola was an Expo. I'm getting my early to mid-90s Red Sox starting pitchers confused. Danny Darwin was a Pirate. Frank Viola was an Expo. I don't think either of them was both. Vaughn Eshelman was a Pirate. But yeah, I don't think that fits. Mark Hendrickson was a Cub. Jose Bautista was a Pirate. Was Jose Bautista an Expo or a National? No. No, I don't think he was. I also don't think he was a Cub. Ichiro obviously was a Mariner, but he never played for the Nationals. Jay Buhner was a Mariner. Larry Walker was a National. No, he also played for the Rockies and Cardinals, but that's it. Will Cordero was a National. Was he a Pirate? He might have been a Pirate. The middle one has an obvious... Oh, right, Randy Johnson. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is a fair and accurate statement, actually. There you go. Knock one of those out so we only have to think about the Pirates. Oh, God, we have to think about the Pirates. Francisco Liriano was a Pirate, but I don't think he played for the Cubs or the Nationals. He might have played for the Nationals. Fernando Abad played for the Nationals. Actually, wait a moment. I think I just got one. Fuck! Goddess of damn it! Stupid Fernando Abad. Never in the history of forever has Fernando Abad done anything good for anyone. At least me. I'm sure he's done fine professionally for himself and presumably his family. But fuck. All right, we're gonna figure out some curiosities here. Was Danny Darwin a Montreal Expo? No, I don't think so. He might have been a Cub. Danny Darwin, were you a Cub? Danny Darwin was not a Chicago Cub. Fine. Aramis Ramirez. I don't remember where the emphasis is on those particular syllables. But yeah, Aramis Ramirez. Okay. You're a mildly famous Pirate and Cub. I don't feel bad about missing Josh Bell. Josh Bell's like playing now. I still don't feel bad about missing Josh Bell. Okay, fine. Whatever. Jeez. Are there any actually famous baseball? Oh, it just clicked Jamie Moyer. Okay, fine. All right, fine. We understand. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. I intend to be back. Oh, yeah, Moises Alou. This is probably better choice than Fernando Abad. Anyway, I intend to be back later this evening for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. There's always the chance that my job runs late or something. Speaking of which, I intend to be back tomorrow evening for Cyberpunk 2077, but that job just kept getting extended and extended in emails yesterday. It was originally scheduled for 10 to 3, and then I got an email saying, no, actually, it's 10 to 4. And then I got an email saying, no, actually, it's 10 to 6. So, we'll see. But we shall be back here on stream almost certainly sometime this week. And if not, it'll be Monday morning for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Until then, thank you all as always for being here. This is Howard Cosell. Not really. Bye.